Om Shanti. Today we are going to read two Murlis of 5th September 1975 and 6th September 1975. Thank you, Divine Family. Thank you, Baba, for this opportunity. And let me begin with the 5th September 1975. Angelic stage. Do you remain constantly stable in the angelic stage? Within the light of the angelic form, other souls are also able to see the light. When the performance of limited actors is seen, then because of the lighting, they appear to be very beautiful. What would it look like if those same actors played the parts of their ordinary lives under ordinary light? There would be the difference of day and night. The focus of the lighting completely transforms their features. In the same way, by performing every act while in the light of the Avyakt stage, what would all of you heroes and heroines of this unlimited drama look alike? Alokik angels. Instead of corporeal beings, you would be seen as residents of the subtle region. Even while being corporeal, you would be experienced as angelic beings. Each act would automatically attract everyone. Nowadays, the main attraction for Iron Age people is the limited cinema or drama. And even though they may wish to stop that and not watch the film, the acting of those limited actors pulls them. The basis of that is light. In the same way, at the end, after the extreme attraction of Maya, when the finale is reached, the unlimited hero actors who are constantly stable in the zero stage and performing their part with the zero, Father, those who have divine forms of light, those whose stage is light, and whose every act is performed on the stage in the light, that is, those who are double light angels, such souls will naturally attract other souls to themselves. In today's world, apart from dramas, what else attracts people in the same way as the eyes of angels? TV. Many are attracted to watch the various scenes of the world on TV. That is, they go into the stage of descent through that. In the same way, the eyes of angels will work like a divine TV. Through their eyes, people will have a vision, not only of this world, but also of the three worlds. Similarly, the sparkling jewel on the forehead of angels will give other souls a vision of their form of a searchlight and a lighthouse, and clearly show them the path to their elevated destination. In the same way, the Yukti-Yukt words of angels, that is the invaluable words of angels, will fill the aprons of every beggar soul with jewels. There is the memorial of how even the deities were so content with the devotees that they showered flowers on them. Just like that shower of flowers, you elevated souls will shower all the powers, all the virtues, and all blessings on all souls of the world. Only through this will everyone consider you to be the deities, the bestowers whom the devotees have been worshipping and praising from the Copper Age onwards. At the end, all souls, but especially the residents of Bharat, those of the deity religion, whose number grows till the end, souls who do not take sustenance from your deity form in the golden age, but later from the time this religion expands till the end, will experience your deity form, your form of a bestower, and your form of a bestower of blessings. The sanskar and the awareness of many attainments of your final form of deities, bestowers, remain merged within all souls. Because of this, even though they do not actually go into the golden aged world, as soon as they come onto the world stage in the copper age, the awareness of the attainment they receive from the deity form emerges. And so they continue to worship and praise those deities. Do you now understand your final angelic form? Would such unlimited actors not automatically attract others to themselves? This double light stage will reveal all of you and the Father. Both the zero and the heroes will be revealed. Do you understand? The lights went out as Baba was speaking. Just see, even now so much happens through light, which he here means electricity. Even now, the foundation of that which attracts all of you the most is light. Acha, to such souls who constantly play hero parts with the zero, to those who constantly have deity forms of bestowers, to those who reveal themselves and the Father to the world, to those who fulfill all the desires of all souls of the world, love, remembrance, and namaste from Bapdada to such angels who live in the world of angels and the world beyond the world of angels. So this was the Murli of 5th September. And now we have another Murli for today, which is of the 6th September 1975. The three combined forms. Does each one of you know the three forms of the combined form? One is the eternally combined form. The second is the confluence-aged combined form. And the third is the future combined form. Do you know these three combined forms? What is the eternally combined form of human souls? Whether you call it the being and matter or the soul and the body, this eternally combined form is eternally fixed in the drama. What is the future combined form? The four-armed image of Vishnu. What is your confluence-aged combined form? Shiva and Shakti. The Shaktis cannot do anything without Shiva, and the Father Shiva also cannot do anything without the Shaktis. So the confluence-aged combined form of all of you is Shiv Shakti. It is not the form of just the mothers. Even the Pandavas are the form of Shakti. As a memorial, even the Jagat Gurus of today worship your combined form of Shiv Shakti. So you should constantly have the awareness that you are the combined Shiv Shaktis. Since you're combined, can you forget him? So why do you forget him? It is because you consider yourself to be alone that you forget him. In the memorial of the previous cycle, what did Arjuna become when he forgot the company of the Father? That is the company of his co-charioteer, weak and cowardly. However, when he had the awareness that his companion and co-charioteer was the Father, he became victorious. There is only the one easy method for easy and constant remembrance, and that is to keep your combined form constantly with you and constantly to have this awareness. Then let alone thoughts of weakness. You wouldn't even dream of it. Let there be the combined form while awake and while asleep. Since the Father is making a promise to stay constantly with you children and is also fulfilling that promise, you should take benefit of that promise. Will you ever get such company or such a companion again? Having been in the company of souls for many births, and even while having experienced sorrow, do you still enjoy the company of souls that you forget the company of the Father and go into the company of others? Some people make physical comforts their companion, and others make other people their companions. That is, they become so engrossed in that company that they become carefree about the promise they have made to the Father. Do you know what games you play at that time? You become very intoxicated at the time of playing those games, but you have now forgotten them. You play an even more interesting game than that of juggling. In this corporeal world of yours, they put on a play of monkeys. In order to get a female monkey engaged to the male monkey, they catch hold of her, and then the female monkey plays mischief and covers herself with a veil and turns her back on the male monkey. As the male monkey moves forward, she moves back. They play these playful games for entertainment. In the same way, children also become mischievous at times. The father comes in front of them, and because of being carefree, they see but do not see, and they hear but they don't listen. Do not play such games anymore. Keep all your three combined forms in your awareness, and you will constantly be able to fulfill the companionship with the companion for all time. By considering yourself to be alone, you become unhappy in life. At that time, you experience the life of supersensuous joy, the life that is full of all relationships with one, and the life full of all attainments to be dry and without any essence. Even whilst being trinitary, you are not able to find a path. You can't understand what to do or where to go. At that time, you, who open the gates to liberation in life, are not able to find your destination. Whilst being Trikaldarshi, you are not able to know your present situation. Since you are the ones who know the future consequences of all souls of the world, can you not know the consequences of the actions you perform at the present time? You perform this wonder, don't you? Every day, one child or another shows such wonders. What does Bap Dada do at that time? He tries to comfort you and console you a lot. But nevertheless, children are very mischievous. And when that time has passed, they try to make it up with the father. Children are also very clever. They try to remind the one who is the embodiment of knowledge of what he is. You know very well what you do, don't you? You are the ocean of forgiveness. You are merciful. You're compassionate. You're merciful. You try to make it up with him like this in many ways. What does the Father do then? He then maintains the balance of love and law. This is the story of the Father and the children. All of you become very happy when you hear this story. However, you have to use the story to transform yourselves. Just as the Father is on service as the obedient servant, in the same way, each cooperative companion who is Baba's child has to become an obedient servant, the same as the Father. An obedient servant cannot remain carefree. He remains engaged in service day and night. Just as the Father is fulfilling his companionship in the faithful form, so too the children have to become obedient and become those who follow Baba's every order and fulfill their companionship. You have to become constant companions in this way. Acha. To such constant and true companions, to those who surrender themselves to every order, to the faithful souls, to those who obey the Father, those who become as elevated as the Father, to such elevated souls, Baptada's love, remembrance, and namaste. So with this, we complete the reading of the two Murlis. Now let us reflect on these Murlis. And I'm going to just scroll back to the beginning. Meanwhile, you can take a minute or two to just reflect on the Murlis and then share your thoughts on the same. So anyone would like to start sharing? Yes, brother. Om Shanti, brother. Please go ahead.
Yeah, the second Murli. So Baba says 3 combined form. So there, Baba highlighted that we all are constantly. We have to be always aware that we are the combined form with Shiv Shakti. So even the Pandavas are Shaktis. Baba says, and Baba very beautifully elaborated that combined. Matter and being combined, and body and soul, and then the other form, four-armed Vishnu, and then in confluences Baba says the combined form Shiva and Shakti. So some children are forgetting this, and Baba says we need to constantly be aware. Even the Jagat Gurus are worshipping these Shiva Shaktis. So this effort would be to remember this constantly, that we are the combined form. Should not forget that. And Baba also highlighted on some points, not being obedient. So here Baba says we have to obey Father's every order, elevated directions. Okay. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Yes, Om Shanti, brother. Yeah, very nice. The summary that you have given of the Murli of 6 September, of the 3 combined forms, 3 types of combined forms, and how we have to remember that we are already in that combined form as Shiv Shakti, and keep the future and the eternally combined form always in our thoughts. And like you rightly said, even the Pandavas are Shaktis. So thank you for that sharing. Anybody else would like to share a different point?
Om Shanti. Both the Murlis are very wonderful Murlis. And the point which I would like to share is from the first Murli, the angelic stage, where Baba speaks about, gives an example about the Lokik world where the film show is based on the light, which attracts every human being. Similar way with our angelic stage, where their basis is the light. And when we are in that stage of light, being double light, then automatically it attracts all the souls through our every act, every word, and every thought. And there, in this stage, alaukic angelic stage, great service can be done. I think that's a takeaway. And for me today, I am an alaukic, avyakt angel, and spreading light through my thought, word, and actions, and it attracts everyone uh, through me to the Baba. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, brother. Yes, very nicely explained. For the angelic stage, and the example that Baba shared of the film world was easy to relate to, and how we all get attracted to those actors and to the lights. And now we ourselves are as beautiful angels in the alaukic stage of light. And we can attract others towards ourselves in the same way. Anybody else would like to contribute with their thoughts?
Om Shanti, sister.
Om Shanti, Richa.
I really love this angelic stage. You know why? I was always connected to convents and Christianity and all angels coming, and how the angel of the Lord sang and heralded the Son of Christ. I've heard of these angels, and always never used. I used to connect it only to that particular faith where I had. How are angels, and they are such beautiful, and then the two things which they show you as an angel are the looked at angels. But over here, for us in the knowledge, why is Baba trying to emphasize on the angelic stage? Because it is of one person and that place, Brahma Baba and the subtle world. He is the only one who has become Avyakt as an angel. He is going about from place to place, and so much he is doing. So that concept of the subtle world brought about a kind of concept of angel, which was a very different concept for the knowledge, calling as an angel. For me, if you just see today's Murli, just the angelic Murli, to just put it in short, Baba gives the personality of an angel. An angel is a friend. Look at his eyes. Listen to his words. He gives you solution. He's always available for you, he or she. Because she's not attached to anything. She's free, like a flower. An angel is like a gift. And then angel is so natural. For me, after going through the faith with which I was there, I always took angel, like a sanctuary. I can go and sit in her bosom and I can experience peace. But over here, Baba is saying, become an angel, go with the angelic father, wear your angelic costume, and spread light and might everywhere. That was a beautiful vision.
Very nicely said, Richa Ben. And yes, the angelic stage is the one of might. And yeah, I like to share it with the Christian convent. I also spent a few years, not all, in a Christian convent. And I remember, we used to every day go, we had a small church within the school. And we used to every day go and dip our hands in the holy water, look at the angels, look at the image of Jesus Christ, put the cross. So today, aaj to exam hai, and do it every day. And somehow those pictures of the angels is what we generally relate to, because I think in the other religions, the pictures of the angels were not that obvious for us to connect to visually. And the Baba's angels, of course, we see them now as beautiful soul lights, which is a very, very unique form. So thank you for that sharing. Who else would like to add some new point?
There are three qualities of angels that Baba speaks today about: is being double light, being an unlimited actor, and being yukti yukt. So what I was remembering is the word angel in Hindi is farishta. So having no relationship on the ground, but always flying is what the quality of an angel is. And being yukti yukt, it gives the words of power, the words of lightness to each soul that it gets connected with and become a bestower. There are a few things from today's Murli that I liked, and being yukti yukt is the takeaway for me for the day. Om Shanti.
Yes, thank you, Rakhi Ben. That is quite a good sharing of being yukti yukt, and very important point. Thank you. Anyone else? Pramila Ben, Srinivas Bhai, Radha Mani Ben. Bharti Ben.
My takeaway point is at the end, after the extreme attraction of Maya, when the finale is reached, the unlimited hero actors who are constantly stable in the zero state and performing their part with the zero father, those who have divine form of light, those who stage is light, and whose every act is performed on the stage in the light, that is, those who are double light angels. Such souls will naturally attract other souls of themselves. This is the one point. The second is the sparkling jewel of the forehead of the angels will give other souls a vision of their form of searchlight and a lighthouse, and clearly show them the path of their elevated destination. This is the point.
Thank you, sister. Yes, very nicely said. Thank you. Anyone else? We have two Murlis today, 5th and 6th of September.
So we go to the Murli, a second Murli for the day today. There also Baba speaks about three forms of being combined with Baba. So can we churn further on what are these three forms and how can we practically experience that? If you would like to share, if anybody of us would like to share their experience in these three combined forms.
Yes. Would anybody like to share what Sister Rakhi is asking? Those three combined forms of the second Murli, the eternally combined form, the confluence aged combined form, and the future combined form. So, yes, go ahead.
A little I can give on this. See,
Yes,
if you
sure.
see the eternally combined form, that was, that is, and that shall exist always. I am a light, he is light, and then that's that. There is no, it's fixed, it's absolutely fixed in the drama, that eternal form. There is no need for me to become that, no need for me to practice that. I am that, it's just that the awareness is constant. That is fixed because I am a soul, my Shiv Baba is a soul. That's the eternally, that's what I feel. I'll come to the conference age because it's going on. The future is just a reward. where Baba just is talking about the golden age, about Lakshmi Narayan, Vishnu, the four forms, saying there is family also over there. And that form is there because our Brahma Baba always carried a picture of Vishnu with him. So that's what is just a knowledge. If you just say the future form for me is just a written scripture, because I've not seen it now. It's something in the future which is going to happen, which is going to be the role of God. But the real form is now, which is what I love. That is Shiv Shakti, where Baba says you are power. It's not just a male and a female, your power. You sit on the seat of a lion, and then you take the power of Shiva, you become an epitome of courage, and then you walk around and you give power to the people. I love this Shiv Shakti form. I love this. In fact, every day I just go through this thing of mine. Stand up, Girija, you are Shiv Shakti. Stand up whenever you're down. It kind of gives you, that adrenaline just goes up. And then I think this is how I try to practice. Think, churn on the three forms.
Yeah, thank you for that nice sharing, Girjaban. So, Raki sister, did it include the answers to what you asked? Anybody else can also share their own personal journey with these combined forms.
It does. Thank you, Girjavan.
We can churn a bit more on the Vishnu Chaturbhuj form, which Baba mentions in the Sakar Murlis also.
Sure.
Just I just can't remember the point. A day before yesterday, there was a very beautiful point about this.
Okay, would anybody like to share that? What Gurpreet Behan is asking?
And just the day before yesterday's Avyakta Murli, where Baba was saying when during Janmashtami, you have to like stabilize yourself in the world emperor form. So that is also connected with Vishnu Chaturbhuj. And it was this Soman that Baba gave to Dadis. So that they come out of the consciousness that I am a female. So, yeah, and this Soman is about the balance. I had done a class by Sister Denise, and there she had explained it very beautifully that Vishnu Chaturbhuj is a symbol where the male and the female energy is in complete balance. Like right now, at the end of Kali Yuga, we are in confluence age, but we know this that like I'm a female, right? So the female attributes are more prominent, and it becomes limiting in a way sometimes that, oh, I'm a female, I can't do this, or this is not my forte, and kind of things. And in Satyug, male and female energy, even the body wise also, it will be in balance. So Vishnu Chaturbhuj is a symbol of balance, complete balance. And we can see this imbalance in Kali Yuga, the male and the males, the male dominant society, like it is like that. So it is such a big imbalance. See, so many uh, situations in Kali Yuga because of this. If we see from this point of view, this imbalance. And when Baba comes, he gives this balance. This balance not only, it starts from the mind. from the internal world. When the mind is in balance, is in complete balance, because Baba, every virtue, value, Baba says there has to be a balance. If there is humility, there has to be authority. If there is love, there has to be law also.
Hmm.
So when we start working on ourselves and this balance begins from the within, then it reflects in the outer world also, where it's not Narayan and Lakshmi, it is Lakshmi Narayan. The balance means I was with the thought that okay, then why Lakshmi Narayan? If it is in balance, then why is Lakshmi coming ahead of Narayan? So as Sister Denise, it was a class I did many years back, but this thing stayed on with me because I could never relate to this Vishnu Chaturbhuj form. So when she explained it, that it is the symbol, like Ganesh is the symbol of destroyer of obstacles, and Saraswati is the symbol of knowledge. Lakshmi is the one who fulfills all desires. And Vishnu Chaturbhuj is the symbolic form of absolute balance in the male and a female aspect of the soul.
So thank you for that sharing and a different perspective on the Vishnu, four-armed combined form. Even in the stage of Shiva Shakti, actually, I thought we spoke about balance because there's a combined stage of male and female. And my own personal journey to go above this point of whether you're female or male has been just using the meditation, simple Rajyoga technique of seeing everybody as a pure soul. So I feel for me, the journey has been when you see everyone as a point of light, automatically you go well beyond this male-female divide. And in fact, any divide for that matter. So it was a simple thing to me. Your sharing is brilliant. It's made me think. But to me, I feel it already exists. It's not something for the future. It's whether we are able to recognize that it exists and whether we are able to get to that point that our combined existing form is already in that state of balance. Anybody else would like to share? This is good churning.
Sister,
Yeah, go ahead.
okay,
Divya.
okay, sister, just because I have really studied the Shiv Shakti and this to explain to you. If you see the Vishnu perfectly explained by that sister, it's the perfection of the male and the female energies, total perfection. Like Baba always speaks about Sola Kala Sampuran, Sampuran, Nirvikari, Ahimsa, Padmodam, Maryada Purushottam. That Maryada Purushottam, the height of a personality, is the process is going on now. For me, Shiv Shakti is a process. Shiv Shakti cannot be a total perfect form at all because it's an energy which is going, which I am using to become, to take myself and the other souls to reach that destination. So I take myself as Shiva, the energy of Shiva, Shiv Baba, and I, the female energy, Shakti, I combine it in this process. But the significance of Vishnu, which is what is it's going to be a personality in the golden age, is only for Brahmin souls. It's to say, just to a picture which is given to us to conquer our weaknesses. So 4 arms means, of course, we know it's the balance of perfect male and female energy, but every ornament, like the conch means no blow knowledge. So that picture, if I keep in mind, Baba saying, if you have to become, if you are going to become Vishnu, see whether you have blown the knowledge or whether you have conquered the discuss, whether you have conquered the vices, the demons, heads and all with that, or you have cut your own, you have the mace, whether you have conquered your ego. So each of these alankar or ornaments of the future form is for me a checkpoint. So Vishnu, I take it as a checkpoint. And then nicely he's seated on the Adishesha, on the Sagar, sleeping peaceful because he has attained what he has to attain. He has become the perfect form. That is why Baba says it's future, because I'm still going on. I'm not still perfect Vishnu. Shiv Shakti is a journey for me. It's like a present kind of thing. But that future is just a checkpoint for me, taking each of the 4 ornaments. And if you just see, he has given the mace and the lotus to Narayan, but Lakshmi, it is different. So that kind is, it's just a checkpoint for me of the future. That's what I take it, the Vishnu form and the Shiv Shakti form.
Thank you. Anybody else would like to give their
Yeah.
ideas? Yes. Yes,
So
Ombhai.
wonderful churning going on the combined forms. What I would just like to add one reflection about the 3 forms. Baba said 3 combined forms. First one is the being and the matter. Being is the soul, and the matter is always there eternally, because for the souls, not for the supreme soul, because the souls, they take births, and for the 63 births, these being and the matter, uh, matter was governing the being, you can say that way. The being was not had not realized the power. And then the second combined form Baba spoke about is that Vishnu, this Shiv Shakti, where again being has to be empowered, and to empower the being, Shiva comes, and then the soul becomes Shakti. Without Shiva, soul doesn't realize to be in Shakti form. It doesn't get empowered. Power comes from Shiva. So that Shiva Shakti is, as has been rightly put, is that process of empowering the being to be the Prakriti Pati, that matter, the rule, the self-sovereign soul. And then once it is attained, then automatically the combined form of Vishnu and Lakshmi, that is Shankh, Chakra, Gada and Padam. These 4 ornaments are there, which are actually, again, they are for the confidence age only. Baba says that that's for the Brahmin, when we are in that combined form of our goal is very clear. Lakshmi also represents the goal and the aim, and the soul, when in connection with the matter, reflects the soul qualities, the eternal and the Adi Swarup, during the confluence stage, to the every action, to every word. Then that is the process of being a Vishnu at the confluence stage, which later on translates as a Lakshmi Narayan in the Satyuga. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Ombhai. This is lovely churning going on. It's different perspectives, and it's interesting to hear. Anybody else would like to add to something on this subject? Or any other point as well of the Murli? So I would just like to share my own thoughts on this. And I agree with each one of you, and they're all very valid and interesting perspectives. But for me, you know what, I think it's the present that makes the future. So I feel I'm a powerful soul, and I make my own future with Baba's grace. So what I visualize today is what is my future. My present, every moment, is transforming into my future. So for me, the focus is a lot on the present. My future will automatically be what is the best if my present is the best. So that's just a perspective. And also, all these different images Lord Shiva, Lord Vishnu, Shiv Shakti, Pandavas, Arjuna. These are all to help us to reflect and to help us to think like exactly what we are doing today. But I see myself in the combined form in a light which is above all this. There's only light there. There's something that is beyond this physical imagery. And that is what is creating all this physical imagery. And I want to be there in that light, where I lose that bondage to a physical image of even the gods. So I don't know why I'm saying this. It's just coming out of my mouth. And it's just a different perspective. But thank you for this lovely churning. And it really makes me think. And anybody else would like to share?
Just one reflection, sister, about that mischiefs Baba spoke about. That was really insightful. And Baba gave a very good example of monkeys doing mischiefs, how the female monkey used to do the mischief and the male monkey used to follow. Basically, in my what it brought out churning is that it was a deep, subtle aspect Baba was speaking about, that when the being becomes subservient to the matter and to the Maya, then these kind of mischiefs the soul does, and which Baba smiles at all these mischiefs and says, that's what that's because of the weakness of the soul. So I think we have the takeaway from this is a very good takeaway, that we have to always remember that we as an individual, I'm not like, for myself, I'm taking this takeaway that I should not be indulging in these mischiefs of being subservient to Maya because of my own weakness, the alas and albilapan, laziness and all that. And I should always remember Baba. My intellect has to be aligned with Baba to feel that energy being in powerful state, elevated stage. Om Shanti.
Yes, thank you, brother. That's a good reminder to all of us, I think, including me, to stop being so mischievous and actually playing those little games with Baba. Then you say, you're the most merciful, you're the most forgiving. This is what is written in this Murli. And then play those games after not doing the right thing. And then, of course, Baba, with his loving grace, forgives also. But then he has to do the love and law together. So thank you for reminding. That was an important point in the Murli.
Sister, just to put in a small capsule form, if you take time, past, I'm a being, present, I'm Shiv Shakti, future, I'm the four-armed Vishnu.
Yes, that's a perspective.
And another just a little reflection is that what I feel personally is, in my view, is a Vishnu is right now, Baba expects each of us souls to practice this Vishnu in the confluence age, when the Maya is, the Vishaya Sagar is there, and we are in this Vishaya Sagar, and which Baba wants us to come out of this Vishaya Sagar and come into the Chir Sagar, that is the with the churning of Murli knowledge and the nectar. Then we become carefree, the real carefree, like Vishnu. So the practice has to happen here, because the Maya is here right now. The distractions, the deviations, the weaknesses, all have to be have to be dealt with here in the confluence age. So I feel the Vishnu Swarup is there. It's a very powerful tool, powerful technique of having both the male qualities, the virtues of the male, as well as the virtues of female, integrated in synergy to overcome the Maya. Shanti.
Yes, thank you, brother.
One
And
more thing connected with,
yes, Gurpreet Ben, carry on.
yes, you were saying something?
No, go ahead.
Yes, one more thing that connected with Vishnu that really um, inspires me is that picture of Vishnu in the pose of when he's lying down with the snakes becoming the like covering, and all around there is upheaval. And Vishnu is just lying in this an Atindriya Sukh that comes when we are churning the knowledge and when we have conquered our vices. You know, one or two sanskars of mine which took a lot of effort to overcome. And of course, Baba's power really worked there. The happiness that you get, that come what may, I'm not going to use that sanskar. That intoxication, that happiness that comes. So, like up till now, a few sanskars are there of a different form, and when they come, like it is, if this picture comes in mind that no, I am that Vishnu who is undisturbed by whatever is going on around. I know I am the powerful one. So this picture really it inspires me a lot, and I took it out from the net and I kept it in my uh, uh, front screen for so many days, and that has the feeling that emerges from that picture is really great. Even in worldly way, if we see, if we achieve any of our goals, what is the feeling? What is it? The ecstasy, the joy of attainment. That is what this picture depicts.
Yeah, thank you, Gurpreet Ben. That's a good sharing. Yeah, actually, sometimes intuitively, a soul connects to an image, and that image is full of teachings, and if you can relate it to a Murli or to a spiritual gyan knowledge, it becomes a very beautiful method to actually transform our sanskars. So thank you for sharing that. And I'm sure all of us in our own ways have been doing this in different ways. Like you also have the Buddha on the lotus, in the mucky water, and the lotus is so symbolic of the beauty of the flower and who's not distracted or detached from the world. And you have similarly many such kind of images. And it is nice to be able to connect to the image to finally, get to evolve and to get rid of your negative sanskars. So thank you for sharing that. Anybody else would like to say anything before we move on to the meditation?
Just one aspect, sister, which Baba in the Sakar Murli, I think a day or two before, where Sakar Murli Baba mentioned about how Brahma Baba was deeply intoxicated with the image of Vishnu, and he used to keep that symbol, that photograph in his treasure, that box, as well as in his pocket. And he used to secretly see that photograph and become intoxicated at the elevated stage, and experience that elevated stage before Shiv Baba incarnated in him. So that basically that is something which we just discussing, the sister was discussing. So I thought I'll share this. So that really brings the intoxication. If we this image of Vishnu, it's a total perfect form at the confidence stage, being victorious, not a warrior anymore. So Om Shanti.
In fact, Ombai, in this Murli of today, the example that Baba has shared is also of Arjuna, who did not recognize initially the Lord Krishna himself, who's an avatar of Lord Vishnu, as
Yes.
His co-charioteer. And when he realized that he is in the combined form with him, he
Yes.
became victorious. So I just got reminded of that Murli example.
Exactly, exactly. And here, just imagine Shiv Baba has got 1,000 arms with you, and he's combined with us, and I am combined with him. Just imagine that's the kind of feeling you will get. One gets that deep intoxication one gets, and the Vishnu with 1,000 arms, not only four. That's all up to imagination. Om
Yes, very true. I would also like to remind our divine family that tomorrow, which is the 23rd of July, we have our special Murli Manthan with Sister Tina. And the date of the Murli that will be discussed is of 1st September 1975, which is close and equal, subtle and great. So please do join in tomorrow for the Sister Tina's session. And Rakhi sister, anything else that you would like to add, or should we just do the meditation now?
We can move on to meditation. Thank you.
Okay. So it will be a short meditation. And again, just purely intuitively, a thought has come to my mind. So we will do it that way. So please sit back and be in a relaxed position. You can also lie down if you wish, but whichever way you're comfortable. Visualize yourself in a movie hall, watching a beautiful movie with your favorite actors, the light, the music, the comfort of being in the theater or a movie hall as a means of entertainment. Witness yourself watching that movie. And although you're not part of that movie, you're still connected to the scenes that you're seeing in that movie. And the actors and actresses are having an influence on you in this bodily form. And now you see yourself as a beautiful soul, as a point of light in the center of your forehead. Now choosing to go beyond this body connection to the movie hall and exiting your body, exiting the movie hall, going higher and higher, well above, into the atmospheric realms, into the subtle world, as a beautiful shining star, and entering the angelic world where you experience yourself and the others around you as beautiful angelic forms of light. See yourself there, receiving this beautiful, loving energy of Baba, who is so happy to see you there, who knows that within a second you could come there as this beautiful angel of light. And you not only see yourself as an angel of light, you see everyone else around you in that beautiful angelic form. And as you witness this angelic form, you also witness yourself in the Shiv Shakti form. You can see the light glowing from within you as you see the embodiment of Shiv Shakti within you. What a beautiful, magical, intoxicating moment. With Baba's blessings, you're blessed that you can recognize the Shiv Shakti form immediately. I am a powerful, pure soul. I'm an angelic soul. I have the power of Shiv Shakti within me. I use this energy to heal, to bless, to help every other soul on the earth. And as I'm giving this blessing, I see my soul progress into the Vishnu form. And I see Lord Vishnu in my soul. I see the four-armed Vishnu. I see the beautiful energy of Lord Vishnu flowing into my soul. I use all these combined forms, my angelic stage, my Shiv Shakti form, as well as my image of Vishnu, as my soul is empowered. I have these energies now. I'm blessed with this collective force of meditation, with Baba's grace, with the Almighty's light on me. I see light, I see might, I see the power, and I see the grace of the Lord in everything. And with this empowered energy, I now return to the movie hall where I was witnessing a life movie. And I observe it with detachment. And I realize the real movie is something far beyond. And I enjoy that movie as I return to my home, my physical being. And I have this determined thought to be in this combined stage forever and ever and ever. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Harpreet sister. Thank you, Divine Family. We come prepared tomorrow to share our experiences from the learnings of the Murli that we're going to be journeying tomorrow. Om Shanti.